back with another match preview. First, we're going to have a look at the reaction to Dover yesterday. It's a 2-2 draw away at a side that was 7th in the league. What do we make of it?
I think when you look at it on paper, it's a good result. We're trailing twice. So I think to get a draw against a team that are above you, and obviously in the playoff position where we want to be, it's a good result. Obviously, you prefer to have the win, but when it was looking like we were going to come away with nothing, to get a point, I mean, happy with it.
Yeah, I think that does things for confidence as well, and it's something we might not have seen earlier in the season, battling to get a draw. And we've said it a number of times on the channel, haven't we, that if you win your home games and draw your away, you're sorted for the season.
Yeah.
Especially against a team that were in good form for the whole season like Dover. So, yeah, it's a good result for me as well.
Another, it's negative, positive kind of. I think both of their goals were led from defensive mistakes. Now, if we can just cut those mistakes out, sort of makes you wonder what level we could get to, because if we cut them out yesterday, we wouldn't have conceded. I know it's in hindsight and everything like that, but if we just sharpen up a bit at the back, I do think we can get a good run together, and we're not on a bad run.
We're on a good run, aren't we?
Yeah, we're on a good run at the moment. So
it's nice to see Dennis get a goal. So it takes him up to 5 for the season. Yeah, that's always nice. And I think even though it was a penalty for Mitch Rose's confidence, because he hasn't been fantastic of late, so it's good to see Mitch Rose get a goal as well.
Yep.
And hopefully we can take that battling performance into Tuesday's game against Dagenham.
Absolutely, yeah. Moving on to the preview against Dagenham, it's a 7:45 kick-off. It's on Tuesday night. It's going to be a tough game, I think. They're in the playoff position at 7th. So it's another big game for us. It seems to be the case at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, we played Dover, didn't we, on Saturday, and they were in 7th place. So it's like we're just taking turns to play whoever it is in the spot we want to get. But yeah, like George said, it's going to be a very, very tough game. So Notts currently sitting 12th on 21 points. Dagenham sitting 7th on 24 points. Now, for those of you that didn't know, you might have known, Dagenham are in an unbelievable run of form, unbeaten in 11 games. Now, we thought Notts were doing well, unbeaten in 3. Like, they've gone unbeaten in 11, 21 points from a possible 30 they've picked up. That's crazy form for a side that weren't necessarily tipped to go up. Yeah, I don't know where it's come from, because I think they won 1 out of 4 at the start of the season.
Yeah, they've obviously just found their feet now, and then they're just obviously doing very well.
Yeah, last time we met them was in the 15-16 season. It was a 0-0 draw at home, and the away leg was a 1-1 draw. So we'll see if history repeats itself this Tuesday night.
Yeah, they do have a good conceding rate, don't they? They've only conceded 2 goals in the last 6, which leads us on to our players to watch. Their goalkeeper, Elliot Justin. Now, to have only conceded 2 goals in the last 6 games, whether it's your outfield players or it is your goalkeeper, I think your goalkeeper has to take a lot of that, because that is that's unbelievable. We've conceded, I think it's 5 in the last 6, and you look at that and think that's quite good. So to have only conceded 2 is very good, I think.
Yeah. So moving on from Elliot Justin, we've got Joe Quigley. So we've picked out 2 strikers. Joe Quigley started life at Bournemouth, had a lot of loan moves, couldn't really find his feet, and then now he's permanently at Dagenham and Redbridge. Now, this is something we picked out looking at his recent career, and absolutely gobsmacked, weren't we?
Yeah.
So he's 22 years of age. He's played for Torquay, Wrexham, Woking, Gillingham, Newport, Boreham Wood, Maidstone, Bromley, Eastbourne, Havant and Waterlooville, and now Dagenham and Redbridge. 22 is already a journeyman.
10 or 11 teams in such a short career. He's only 22.
Most players won't get that in the whole career.
Exactly. When we signed Wes Thomas, you looked at him and you were thinking, Jesus, he's played for a lot of teams, but I think he's played for like 16 teams or something like that. It probably might be more.
Quigley will be on like 36
by the end of his career, unless he sticks with a team now, he'll be on triple figures.
But yeah, so we picked him out because this journeyman thing, but he's got 4 goals now this season, and if he carries that rate on, he might end up with 13-14 goals for them. So maybe he's found his club and he's found his feet at the minute. Yeah, and that moves us on to his partner Angelo Balanta. So he's a striker that has played out on the wing recently. I'm not quite sure where he's playing for Dagenham at the minute, but he's scored 6 goals this season, and that equals his goal tally from last season. He's a player that we both remember, don't we, from MK Dons. Pretty good player, tricky, quite quick, and then I also remember him from his time at Boreham Wood. Now at Boreham Wood, it did really well in that promotion season, or promotion push season, where they got to the to the playoff final, I think it was. So yeah, he's already equalled his tally. He's in a good run of form, and I've got to watch out for him.
Yeah. Moving on to team news now. Obviously Doyle's back from his suspension. Audley was asked about it after the game on Saturday, and he said he's going to be back in contention.
When we look at the squad and team news, we've already discussed this. We'll discuss that in a minute.
Turner. Now I don't know if it's going to be an injury that's going to rule him out on Tuesday, but I've seen a photo online of his eye. He's got like a black eye and it's all swollen. So I'd like to think that I'd probably gone down and he'll be into contention.
They're the kind of injuries, though, aren't they? Like damage to an eye, it can be literally like one day, or sometimes it can be 3 or 4 weeks if an eye socket's damaged or something, because you can't risk the vision. Like crazy kind of injuries.
You've obviously got like other players as well that are out, such as like Kelly Evans. He wasn't even mentioned, was he, at the game on Saturday? Not on the bench or anything like that. So we're not really sure where he's at because there's not really much news on him. Tyson as well. Just
came on the bench. He was on the bench though.
Yeah.
So.
He's not really been playing, has he? So it makes you wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
Also, there's O'Brien, who we all know he's going to be out for a while. McCrory, there's no news on his injuries.
All we know is that from the Fylde game, McCrory was smashed everywhere, wasn't he? And he's very sore from that. That's what we've heard.
Yeah. Moving on to the squad then.
So squad, obviously Slocum in goal. Now, if Turner's fit, we're going to pair him at centre half with Rawlinson again. Just a great player, isn't he?
Yeah, I think them two could get a definitely strong partnership going at the back.
Left back, Bakayoko.
That's saying McCrory's still out.
Yeah.
Because if he's not, I'd slot McCrory in. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean Bakayoko is good enough for this league.
Oh, yeah,
it's just whether he turns up on the day. Some weeks he's bombing down the wing amazing, and others I won't ever forget the first half against Chorley. He looked like he'd run a marathon before we even kicked off. Like he could barely put one foot in front of the other, let alone get down the wing. And right back, Brindley. Now, Kelly Evans, like I say again, no news.
No. I would like to see Kelly Evans in there. I think he's a good player. Like we mentioned him in our last preferred lineup, and I think it does just bring in that again competition for the position. So
well, we know how well Brindley can play, so we'll come forward then.
Yeah.
Move on to midfield.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Enzio out on the left, Shields or Osborne on the right. Now I wouldn't mind seeing Shields because he looks very energetic. He looks like he's got the willingness to run and put pressure on players, and me personally, I really like that. And I think he's a bit more composed than Osborne. But I think, like you say, it comes with time. I think Osborne will definitely get there. So I wouldn't mind seeing either. But I would like to see Shields get a start.
And he played a part in the equaliser yesterday, didn't he? So
yeah, he got the assist, yeah. Really now, moving on to the middle. We're going to get the first easy one out of the way with Rose. I think you just got to slot him in. He's going to go in, isn't he? Because he's been captain while Doyle's been away. So, yeah, would you agree with that?
Yeah, and his confidence from a goal.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So.
Moving on to the other centre mid.
You go first then.
I'm gonna say put Doyle back in. I know you don't agree with me, but he's a good player. He's really found his feet, I think, at this level. I know he's got 2 red cards and it doesn't show much discipline. He's undermined the manager. He's out of control and stuff, but he's a good player. He's trying he's just my type of player, I think. I didn't like him at the start of the season, I give you that, and I can see why people don't like him and wouldn't want to choose him. But after the performances I've seen from him this season, I think he is a crucial player.
Booty, carry on the midfield for me. Don't let Doyle back in. You can't get a red card like that and expect to walk straight back into the team. I'm not having any of that.
I think he will though.
Yeah, I think Hardley will put him. But if you let him walk back into the team, he'll just do it again. He needs to fight for his place and realise what he did was stupid. Can you imagine letting him back in the team for the Dagenham game? What happens if you let him back in and he gets like a 6-minute red again?
I don't know.
I just can't.
I think if he does do something like that, obviously something's going to need to be done.
I don't feel like I can trust him. Like every challenge from now on, you're going to look and think, if that's a 50-50, you're going to be like that, thinking, oh, is he going to snap his leg in all?
Well, at this point in the season, for a centre mid to have 2 red cards, refs are going to be on him, aren't they? So they're going to be watching out for him as well. So he's got to be careful.
I agree, he has to slot back in at some point, but not straight away. I won't give him that.
I think he will.
Yeah.
But moving on to our striking options, we're going to choose Wharton, aren't we? I like Wharton. He's a good player. He seems to do quite a lot right.
I think he's a level above this league.
Yeah. So hopefully we can keep him for next season when we're promoted.
Yeah.
Other his strike partner?
Dennis.
Yeah.
He got the goal. Bring him back. I know Wharton plays quite well with Thomas, but Dennis has got 5 goals this season. He's our top scorer. He has to be in the squad.
Yeah, for me as well. Thomas he's just missing too much. I was listening to the game yesterday, and he missed about 3 or 4 sitters, and even Charlie Slater's like slating him a little bit, and it's like you just think if Dennis is getting in those positions, which like openly he doesn't get in as much greater positions as Thomas, but he's 10 times better at finishing than Thomas is at the moment.
Yeah, can't fault you. If we're playing Wootton and Dennis, we've got like 2 of our top scorers, I think.
Yeah.
Starting, you can't ask for more than that.
No, you can't.
So moving on to the full-time result, what are you going with?
I think it's going to be a tough 1-0. I think Dennis is going to nick a goal, but with them having such a good record and obviously only conceding the 2 goals in the 6 games, I think it's going to be a very, very tough game to get a goal in, but I think we'll just nick a 1-0.
Yeah, I've already mentioned on so many of these previews, I love to play a team that's in good form. I hate playing a team in a bad form because you feel like the win's going to come against, like they're finally going to get their win.
It's more pressure on the team as well, isn't it?
And 11 wins, they're coming into this like bouncing. You're not going to carry on going like 12 unbeaten.
Yeah,
like
I know what you're saying.
It's got to come to an end soon. I'm going to change my mind last minute. I'm going to go 1-0 Notts just because I love playing teams that are in this kind of form. I don't think they'll bring a massive away following, even though they're in this run of form, so that's going to go against them. I'm going to go 1-0 Notts, and I'm going to say that Rose will score again from midfield, a screamer.
Fair enough.
Screamer.